racing scene, the upper Midwest, and the world of motorsports. Thank you for joining us for America's longest-running weekly motorsports program held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd live and in person for tonight's show. And now, here is the host of the Racing Roundup Show, Jim Trado.
Filling in for Jim Trado. My name is Dean Straw. I'm glad to have you with us. It is another installment of the DeAngelis Construction Road Show live from the front gate of Wisconsin International Raceway in Kaukauna. Tonight's show once again presented by Lake Park Pub in Menasha. Lake Park Pub, proud supporters of racers Brent Strelka and other drivers, including our guest on the show last week, Sawyer Efforts. We are speaking to several drivers competing tonight. Well, we're hoping to talk to several drivers competing tonight in the Dixieland Delight 35-lap Midwest Truck Series race. We're going to talk to several drivers tonight that are competing in the $15,000 to win Gandrud Auto Group 250 ASA Stars National Tour and ASA Midwest Tour co-sanctioned event. This show is made possible by great show sponsors whose logos are on our website, racingroundupshow.com. Please click and support those sponsors. Give them a chance to earn your business. We would greatly appreciate it. A special thank you to Allied Resource Recovery. That's where I take my aluminum cans. Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment. That's where I get my lawnmower serviced and my snowblower serviced. And, of course, Bonafide Security Solutions for their awesome support. That's where I keep my valuables, Bonafide Security Solutions. DeAngelis Construction, racing family business serving Milwaukee since 1982. With their trucking, snow plowing, and expert concrete work, they lay only the best commercial and residential concrete and will work with you to make your designs and ideas come to life, including stamped concrete and decorative displays. Go online right now, DeAngelisConstructionLLC.com. Again, we are live at the front gate of Wisconsin International Raceway with another DeAngelis Construction Road Show presented by Lake Park Pub in Menasha. It is the Gandrud Auto Group 250 for the ASA Stars National Tour and ASA Midwest Tour and Midwest Truck Series. Stick around. We will be right back.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundup.show.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
Add value and beauty to your home or commercial property with professional landscaping from Central Services Company, Incorporated. The team at Central Services is their personal choice of over 45 years of satisfied customers in Southeast Wisconsin for landscape design, construction, and grounds maintenance. Call Central Services at 262-548-0005 for all your landscaping and lawn care needs. No job is too large or too small. From lawn fertilization and weed control to award-winning landscape construction and building your backyard patio oasis, Central Services is your full-service landscape company. Call the experts at Central Services at 262-548-0005 for a free, no-obligation consultation at your home or business. Find out why Central Services can provide you with the visual difference in the art of landscaping and lawn care. Call 262-548-0005. Central Services, the visual difference in landscaping.
Bobby Gutnick and the technicians at Oak Creek Automotive on South 27th Street in Drexel are experts in automotive repair. For over 30 years and counting, the Napa Certified Car Care Center at Oak Creek Automotive handles emissions testing plus minor to major repair, from oil changes to engine and transmission replacement. Call Oak Creek Automotive, 414-761-3250. They're open for your convenience Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. till 9 p.m., and Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. For all your vehicle repair needs, head to South 27th Street and Drexel to the pros at Oak Creek Automotive.
Hey gang, Richie Bickle here. I want you to join us for the largest short track party at sea. Sail the Eastern Caribbean on the Norwegian Encore this coming January 7th to the 14th. Join Scott Hansen and myself and a bunch of other drivers on Bickle's Bon Voyage cruise. Enjoy unlimited craft beer, drinks, gourmet food. You might even get to race against us on the go-kart track. We'll have a special question and answer session with the racers on board. I know it'll be a ton of fun. Escape the January winter weather. We'll see you in the Dominican Republic, Tortola, and the Bahamas, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Sail the Caribbean with us January 7th through the 14th on Bickle's Bon Voyage. Call Mark at Making Memories Travel at 262-527-1341 or visit mymmtravel.com. and click on Bickle's Bon Voyage. Link for information.
ARR has been recycling for over 80 years and is here to help you with your spring cleaning. Take them your recyclable metals and they'll pay you cash. ARR buys aluminum, brass, copper, lead, and steel. And contractors, ARR has a bonus program just for you that puts more cash in your pocket. Find their full list of accepted materials at ARR1938.com. ARR with locations in West Dallas, Waukesha, and Milwaukee, right next to Miller Park. ARR Recycling since 1938. Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to the front gate of Wisconsin International Raceway, Gandrud Auto Group 250 for the ASA Stars ASA Midwest Tour event. This segment of the show brought to you by the Midwest Truck Series, which is supported by Pathfinder Chassis and Wagner Automotive. They are racing, of course, tonight here at Kaukauna at Dixieland Delight, presented by Ken Sports at WIR in Kaukauna. Their next race, Saturday, August the 12th at Marshfield Motor Speedway, Hub City 50. For more series info, go to MidwestTruckSeries.com. That's MidwestTruckSeries.com. Turn your recyclable metals into cash today at Allied Resource Recovery. ARR West Dallas Recycling is at 80th and Burnham. ARR Waukesha Recycling is at 1001 Tesh Court. Visit AlliedResourceRecovery.com to learn more about that great organization. I told you we were going to be talking to drivers here that are in action tonight, and boom, presto, just like that, I have two of them. Please welcome to the show, the driver of the number 92, RJ Braun. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are we doing?
Good.
And the driver of the number 95, we had you on the show a few weeks ago, Harley Jankowski. Welcome back.
Yeah.
All right, qualifying is complete. You guys are still suited up.
Yep.
RJ, 20th.
Yeah.
Tell me about your day so far. Tell me about your qualifying effort. Tell me what you're going to have to do here in the 250.
Yep. So we struggled a little bit in practice, but I think we got it figured out. Just kind of
Struggled how?
Just the setup, 4-barrel compared to 2-barrel of what we've been running up here. So just trying to get our shocks set right and all that, and weight's different, so we're struggling with that, and just trying to get the car good. So.
Won the Midwest Series opener this season at Slinger Super Speedway. That's your home stomping grounds.
Yep.
But you've had some success here at Kaukauna. Won a couple of times so far.
Yeah, we're pretty good up here.
Does that give you a lot of confidence coming into tonight?
Yeah, I think we'll have a good car. Kind of screwed up the qualifying lap. The last lap just got a little loose. But I think we'll be pretty competitive. Just got to save our stuff till the end. It's a long race. So
Luke Fenhouse goes in 18.81. He was quick time. You were at a 19.17. You're not exactly out of the ballpark, are you? 0.4 of a second, less than 0.4 of a second from first to 20th.
Yeah.
It's tight, isn't it?
Yeah, we just got to pick up the pace a little bit. So.
All right. So how do you manage that pace over the course of 250 laps?
Just got to save tires, save your brakes. Just be there at the end. Keep your car together. That's the main part.
Harley Jankowski qualified 23rd, following the ASA Midwest Tour all along. How does this change your game when you come to a national event like this?
Well, we got to put a different carburetor on, like he said, which we had a little trouble with in the first session. The fuel line was leaking and some parts fell off the fuel log, and we were trying to find parts running around the pits, so we lost the first session. And then we didn't really have a decent set of practice tires, so we just scuffed, and that's what we had for qualifying.
All right. Well, still, I mean, everybody's in the show, so now it's just a different mindset, right? It's a 250 lap mindset.
Yeah, pretty much. Just don't burn your tires up with that 4-barrel on there.
What for a guy that runs the 2-barrel every week on the Midwest Tour? How big of an adjustment is that going to the 4-barrel carburetor?
Mostly all in the foot.
Yeah,
I think.
You can feel it though from the cockpit. Yeah,
gets a little more free off, I feel.
And of course, you control that with your right foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So both of you guys, what do you have to do? 250 laps. I'll start with you, RJ. 250 laps is a long race. We know what we can do to prepare the car, save the tires, take care of the brakes. What do you do to prepare yourself for 250 laps around this half mile?
I haven't made it 250 laps yet. So usually a power steering goes out, and I just keep driving it until I can't. So I think just
You been hydrating?
Yep, yeah, I've been hydrating. It's mid-season, so I'm kind of in shape for driving. I don't know, just go out there and give it your best, I guess.
Who's in your ear tonight to tell you to kind of keep it calm, keep it relaxed?
Steve Apel will be on there. My dad, Kean, and we got Uncle Rick spotting. So
okay, all right. So they're going to be in charge of keeping you under control.
Yep.
All right. How many tires tonight?
You get 8.
8. So you start the race on the 4 tires that you qualified on. You've got 4 more in the pits. Is there a strategy for when you want to take those 4? Will you take them all at once, where you go 2 and then maybe 2 later?
I don't know yet. I guess it depends where the cautions lay, and just kind of go with the flow, I guess.
All right.
I don't have a strategy yet.
Harley, what's your strategy?
Try not to get lapped and put tires on when everyone else does.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Just try to be there at the end.
So on the 4-barrel, does that change things as far as fuel mileage and any calculations that you might have?
I think so, because at Milwaukee I ran out with 3 to go.
Oh boy.
Oops.
Well, some guys ran out here 2 years ago with 2 barrels, so be careful of that. All right. We don't need you running out.
No, make sure we pound her full.
All right, well, we're going to let you guys get back to the autograph. Appreciate spending a couple of minutes here with us, and both of you, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you.
RJ Braun, Harley Jankowski, they are competing tonight at Wisconsin International Raceway in the Gandrud Auto Group 250. We'll have some more drivers with us here tonight. Again, we're at the front gate. It's another DeAngelis Construction Road Show, taking the show on the road to Wisconsin International Raceway. Yes, Luke Fenhouse was the fast qualifier. Qualifying just wrapped up. Gabe Summers, second. Austin Nason. Johnny D in a backup car, fourth quick. And Andy Monday, former track champion here at Wisconsin International Raceway, was fifth quick. So we'll tell you more about that as our show rolls on. But certainly, if you can't be here, there's still time to make it to Wisconsin International Raceway. The crowd's been flowing in. I got here about 3 o'clock, and, it has just been flowing in like crazy. But if you can't make it, we understand that. That'd be my choice is to have you here. But if you can't make it, you can watch on MidwestTour.tv. MidwestTour.tv. That's where Jim is. Jim is working the stream along with Ralph Shaheen at MidwestTour.tv. So you can go log in, get yourself up. In the meantime, let's until we get more drivers here, let's talk about the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report. Bonafide night at the Racing Roundup Show, 2 weeks. Tuesday night, August 15th, we are headed back for a live show that night outside of Danny Lynch's bar, Highway 100 and Lincoln in West Allis. Mike Egan always brings a great group, so be sure to check us out in 2 weeks at Danny Lynch's bar, Highway 100 and Lincoln in West Allis. For camera and alarm systems for your home or business, program card access, gun safes, it's a lock. Racers at Team Bonafide by calling 262-790-9400 or go online, bonafidesafe.com. Bonafide protects what you value. I was going to talk to him about his night, Friday night, in the NASCAR report, the Interstate Batteries NASCAR report. But you know what? I don't have to tell you about that. I'll let him tell you about it. Hello, Time and Jesse.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Not too bad.
I poked my nose inside the main gate for qualifying, and I heard the first car out to qualify is the number 91. I know you guys don't like to go out early. You just don't seem to have any luck with drawing a late number for qualifying, do you?
Yeah, you know that. It's always like that here. It seems like the 1070 rubber obviously affects it quite a bit, but I don't know. I just didn't really put a good lap together. I didn't adjust enough for the lack of grip I knew I was going to have, and just kind of busted a little bit off of 2 and costing me some time.
Still got a 7th place qualifying effort. Maybe it'll help you come invert time, right?
I hope so. At least we're in the redraw, so we have as good of a chance to start on the pole as anybody.
Oh, that's right.
So
we're gonna do the National Series race. We don't do the dice. We do the top 8 redraw.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. You want to talk about Friday at all? Or Saturday? I'm sorry, Saturday.
Yeah, I'll talk about Friday. Sat on the pole, led practice.
Did you know, race fans, I was at Richmond Raceway. Did you know that in the state of Virginia, if you have DraftKings, you can gamble on racing?
Crazy times.
I know a guy.
I can't.
I know a
bet
guy
at all.
that gambled on racing on Saturday night. And I'm just going to tell you, don't count your money before it's in the bank. Man, oh man. I thought you had one there. You
That was a tough one.
For the
yeah.
second year in a
Yeah.
row, started on the pole. Last year you won stage 1.
Yep.
This year, was it stage 1 and 2?
Correct, yep.
Yeah. And then what happened?
Yeah, obviously had a speeding penalty, 100th over the speed limit, which is the same penalty as going 5 miles an hour over. So I had to restart in the back. Thought, we had a chance at a good finish still, but drove through the field and was looking like we were still going to win. And guys started splitting that second stage in half, and obviously kind of a 50-50 call. Obviously, hindsight's 20/20.
Right.
It's easy to go back and blame Joe, but at the end of the day, we're all in it together. We win and lose as a team. I obviously made a mistake speeding pit road, and he probably made a mistake with the strategy. So it's all part of racing and part of the variables that go into winning these races, and it's incredibly hard to get them all to align and win these races. So hopefully we can have some redemption at IRP.
I'm standing in victory lane, waiting for the victor to.
Yeah, that was you on the radio. Nice to hear from the voice in Virginia. Yeah,
and I'm watching on the screen, and I can see about 9/10 of a second a lap, 8/10 between 8/10 and a second.
The math didn't add up.
The math. I was doing the math. It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't. What goes through your mind when you're in the car and that you're, I don't want to say a sitting duck, but you know that the guy who's running second is coming.
Well, I was screaming over the radio, wanting to know what was going on, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't tell me. So usually no news is bad news in that situation. So, oh well, it was a tough one, but a lot of positive takeaway. Obviously, that was probably,
You're in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're in the playoffs, right? And with those 5 playoff points would have been nice, but we had good speed in our trucks right now, and that's a good positive to pull away from it. Have a couple good racetracks coming up, IRP, which we won a stage at last year and had a good chance to win, and of course coming home to Milwaukee. So a couple good racetracks coming up for us, and hopefully we can knock one off.
What's the key tonight? You know how to win here at this track. You know how to win in this event. It's a long race. What's the key tonight?
I don't know. A little bit different format, not format, but you have more tires laying. So now, in years past, we just had 2 right sides laying. Now we're going to have 1 full set. So you're able to push a little bit to get track position, knowing that you're going to get a full tire change. You don't have to go 250 laps on the left sides anymore. So going to create maybe a little bit more excitement early on, which is good. And then the stages will break up the racing a little bit. Obviously, us running for points, we need to keep stage points in our mind and try and maximize our day and hold on to our ASA Stars Tour points lead.
You got a bunch of Soda Sense people with you here today?
They have a booth up here.
I saw that.
Yeah, Mike Nelson, unfortunately, he's got COVID, so he's not here, but a lot of people, a lot of representatives. So it's a good evening, good to be home.
It's good to have you here. We'll let you go. I'll
Okay.
let you go back to the autograph session, but appreciate you spending a couple minutes with it. Bring in your former roommate, Derek Krause. How you doing, bud?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. Let's see. Let's bring out the qualifying effort. Derek
12th.
Krause, 12th.
Yeah.
Didn't make the redraw.
No.
No.
It's a long race. Long race.
Yes, it is a
feel
very
like we
long
got
race.
a pretty good race car underneath me. We were gonna just kind of screwed up a little bit off 4, and that cost us the time we need to be in the redraw. But overall, I feel like we got a pretty good car, and just gonna have to slowly make our way through the field.
How this track can be rough, can it?
Yeah, it's a rough racetrack.
I mean,
in
rough.
general, yeah.
Rough, not just tough to drive 250 laps, but
Yeah,
bumps
it's definitely a rough racetrack, and it kind of takes a toll on your equipment. So 250 laps here is it's a really long time, and you just kind of stay patient. And I think a big thing tonight with having the 4-barrel on when we're used to the 2-barrel is managing your brakes. I think brakes are going to be a big thing. You're going to see a lot of brake glow, and eventually the brakes are going to fade, and eventually you're going to run out. So hopefully you got a gotta save and manage them, and just make sure you got enough for 250 laps.
Is there things you can do to maybe find the smoother part of the track, or find maybe save brakes a little bit? What can a guy do to save the equipment?
To be 100% honest with you, I don't know if there is a smooth part around this racetrack.
But that's what brings it character, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the most racy tracks that I've been to, honestly. So this is a really good racetrack and always puts on a good show. So that's always good. And just kind of have to manage it and save your brakes and also save your tires at the same time.
The ASA Midwest Tour runs 2-barrel carburetors. This is an ASA National Tour race, so you get to run the 4-barrel.
Yep.
Have you had a lot of experience with the 4-barrel?
I mean, just when we go down south, and obviously when we ran at Madison with a 4-barrel, and that was a whole different race than what it normally is. So it'll be interesting for sure, and it's probably going to be a really good race.
You also were in action at Richmond Raceway.
Kind of call it that.
Got to get behind the wheel of a Cup car for the first time, albeit for practice and qualifying. Share that experience with us.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. A good opportunity and good experience with Colleague Racing. They've been really, really good to me so far, and hopefully we can put some races together with them at the end of the year. But speaking at Richmond, it was fun. It was a learning experience with how much different they drive. It's crazy how much different they drive from the Xfinity car to the truck and now the Cup car. It's just the whole different world, but it was a really cool experience.
Yeah, excellent. Well, it was good to see.
Yeah.
A.J. Allmendinger, if you didn't know, Dinger was chasing trophies. He was up at Elkhart Lake, and Derek was
fill-in driver.
shaking the car down for him.
Yep.
So that was
a lot of
pretty
fun.
cool. That was pretty cool. Good to see you here tonight.
Yeah.
I'll let you get back to the autograph session. Let's start planning for the 250 lapper.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Derek Kraus here on the Racing Roundup show. Mark, who we got up next? Oh, we got some more drivers coming on up. Excellent. Bobby Kendall, how you doing? Oh, let me let you put this on first, so you can talk when I ask you the question. Bobby Kendall qualifies 14th. How we doing tonight?
Pretty good.
All right, we on? There we go. There we go. Pretty good, you say?
Doing pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah?
Happy with the car. So.
Was it a last minute decision for you to come here?
Yeah, it was. We've been kind of waiting on motor. Since May. We raced at Joe Shear Classic, and we had one laying around, and we built the car here in the last couple weeks, put it all together. Greg was nice enough to let us test at La Crosse, and went good, so here we are.
Home track experience. Is that an advantage, or now that you have the 4-barrel on, everybody's on level ground?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different. Obviously, that's going to bring the drivers into it a little bit, so I'm looking forward to it. It's first time here this year, first laps on the track, so far so good.
All right, excellent. So what's the strategy for 250 laps tonight?
It just depends on where the car's at. If we can just ride and kind of keep track position where we start, save as much as we can, and hold out as long as we can before we put our last 4 tires on, and we'll go from there.
That seems to be the general theme, right? You want to hold off there as long as you can before you put those 4 on?
Yeah, that's, we're used to just 2 right sides here on these races. Our first time was at Madison, and we actually broke right before we put the tires on, so we didn't get a good feel for it, but obviously when you put 4 feel goods on, yeah.
How long do they feel good for here at Kaukauna?
It really depends on how your car is. In years past, if you're set up good, they'll last quite a ways.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. What else you got planned for the season after Kaukauna?
We'll probably do a couple at the Dells. I know there's a ASA Midwest Tour race coming up there. We got a Live for 5 series there. Play around there a little bit and see how that goes. We might go up to La Crosse for Oktoberfest, but start at the Dells first.
We're going to start at Kaukauna tonight first.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
see how that goes.
Make it through tonight, then we can decide the rest of the year. So.
Let's bring in this guy. Put that microphone right up in there. Talk good to me. There you go. How we doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Billy Van Meter, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir. How are things?
Oh, for the first time here and the third time at a Wisconsin track, they're all a little tricky. They're all really fun. But this one I found a lot more speed than the other two. So
yeah, there you go.
It's looking good.
This is a very unique track, isn't it? Shape-wise, corner-wise, everything, banking, everything's a little unique, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got some reminiscences of other tracks that I've ran this year, and it helped me gain speed quicker than just going in here raw with no experience here.
Yeah, okay. So what did you do any homework at all before about the track and about the facility before coming on up here?
I watched a couple of the races from last year and the year before that, and looked at some local shows and stuff that I watched, and it helped. Got the line a little easier, so I had somewhere to start, some let-off points.
Okay. Did Bobby tell you that there's about 6 lines here, though?
Yeah.
It's a wide track.
Noticed that.
A lot of surface out there. Just got to miss the bumps.
Yeah. You just don't hit the bumps.
Yeah, nothing to it, right? Qualified 9th, Billy, just right outside the redraw.
That's a reoccurring thing for me with the SA Tour. I've qualified 9th or 10th in probably the last 5 races in a row.
Yeah.
I kind of stuck in that limbo zone of just fast enough to keep up with the really good guys and faster than the other guys, but it all continues working out. I keep finishing in the top 10. Almost got some top 5s now, so it's looking good.
At one point, I looked at the speed charts there in practice, and you were on top of it. Was that towards the end when everybody was stickering up?
Yeah, it was, and that's when I found my crew chief found the front shock package that really worked out for us.
Okay.
Found some turn-in speed that helped us out.
All right, excellent. You ready for 250 laps here at Kaukauna on a Tuesday night?
I could say yes, but that'd be lying. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm ready to try it.
Well, good to have you here. The other Wisconsin visits, have they?
Madison. I didn't make the race, sadly.
Okay, that was a big field. There were a lot of cars.
Yeah, I was two
Over
spots out of the
50,
transfer.
yeah.
I was 2 spots out of the transfer spot there.
Okay.
That sucked. But the other race, it went pretty well considering.
Milwaukee Mile, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Finished, I think, 9th there.
Okay.
And ran somewhere in the 6 and 7s pretty much the whole time.
Okay.
Raced with Bubba for a long time, so that was a lot of fun.
All right.
Running with the best there. You know.
Got to learn from the best, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, guys, thanks for spending a couple of minutes with us. Let's get back to the autograph session. And let you get back downstairs and talk to the crew and get ready to go 250 laps here on a Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah.
Billy Van Meter, Bobby Kendall, thank you so much on the Racing Roundup Show. Glad to have you with us. Good luck tonight. Again, we are live at Wisconsin International Raceway at the main gate here for the Gandrud Auto Group 250 here at Kaukauna. I want to bring you up to date real quick. We started talking about the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report. CKContractorsLLC.com brings us the CK Contractors Autometer Wisconsin Wingless Sprints coverage. Hire the pros at CK Contractors for Lake Michigan shore restoration, lock grading, excavation, grading, retention pond building, and more. Texas teenager Brenham Crouch scored his first ever series victory at Wilmot Raceway on Saturday night. Bumper to bumper IRA Outlaw Sprints. Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup Racing sponsor Bud Baylog had the lead, but spun over the turn 4 cushion with 3 to go. Ryan Zilski scored the win in the CK Contractors Autometer Wisconsin Wingless Sprints. This Saturday at Wilmot Raceway is family night. All kids in 11 and under are admitted. Free gates open at 5. Let's see what else we got. Dells Raceway Park. This past Saturday night, Hunter Stenson won his first pro late model feature, started deep in the field, advanced to second. They had the Black Oval Promotions Ultimate Challenge fast qualifier, if he elected it, and he did. Had to start at the back of the field. His name was Mike Litchfeld, and he drove up to second place. Come on in here, sir. Sit down. Have a seat. Have a seat and put one of these on, and I will be right with you. I got to see who else we got to give a plug to here. You know what? No, we can't forget them sponsors. That I'll put that thing on your. Go the other way on that. Yeah, there you go. Let's do that. Yeah, put it up real close to your mouth. Bubba Pollard, welcome to the Racing Roundup Show. How we doing?
Good.
Let me see. Let me pull out the qualifying sheet here.
Don't look at that.
Well, should we start up at the top?
Sure.
17th.
Yeah.
What
that'd
happened?
Be fine.
What happened?
It's just a tough place, you know. It's you look at all those guys. There's not the Southern guys are down there at the bottom. So no, it's unique. It's tough. I think we'll have a good race car. Just you know, there's the times are close.
The pay window doesn't open after
That's
qualifying,
right.
does it?
That's right. So
Yeah.
all that matters is lap 250.
Do you feel as though you have an advantage running these longer races, since that's pretty much all you guys do is run long races?
Yeah, I mean, the longer races, I think we do. But these guys are good. I mean, it doesn't matter the longer races, but having track time and experience here is going to hurt. So it might equal out, I'm hoping. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. But you know, a lot can go into the race and 250 laps with pit stops, and you know, these guys are not accustomed to super late model racing up here, which a lot of these guys have super late model racing today, so they know about it. We'll just see how tonight goes and have some fun.
Four-barrel is something that you're more familiar with than the Wisconsin Midwest guys are.
Yeah, real race car drivers ride supers.
Whoa, boy.
I had to throw it out there, sorry.
No, is that does that help you out? Having that experience with the four-barrel?
I mean, I think it helps, but like I said, there's a lot of these guys on here. Like Justin, he's run supers. I mean, Luke, Gabe, Austin, they've all run supers. So it kind of always equals out. I think, you know, it's all about track experience, track laps tonight, and hopefully we'll see.
How's this place going to change over the course of 250
No idea.
laps?
I'm winging it. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, because we don't race up here, so the racetrack's unique. It's rough. I mean, we just a lot of places we go to, it's got some holes, it's got some bumps, but man, this thing is rough all the way around. So it's. I think these guys got a little advantage, but you know, that's what it's all about. When you come into their playground, you gotta make it happen, and that's what we travel up and down the country for, is to get the experience and run against these guys that are good, and we'll see.
All right, so what's the plan then after you leave here tonight?
I'm gonna see what this guy says. I want to stay and listen to what he says, because I'm gonna.
I better be careful what I say then.
I'm gonna do whatever he does.
Justin Mondyke, how you doing tonight?
Not too bad. We
qualified. You just missed the redraw.
Yeah, just missed it. I think early on in qualifying it was a little bit difficult. Trucks run on a different rubber than what the supers do here in the Midwest, so it really changes the balance of the car early on in the run. So I think it was a little unfortunate going early on. I think if we would have went later, we could have had a little bit more speed, maybe made the top 8 redraw. But
That's my excuse. I went out too early.
There you
go.
You were right after me.
But he was talking about the tires, and I didn't think about that. That's something that they're used to up there.
Yeah.
With that type of the sidewall and the rubber, and that's something I'm not used to. Is the type of tire we're running on today. So that's going to hurt some. So
should I ask him how the track is going to change?
I think so.
How's track going to change over 250?
I'm ready to hear this.
The big thing, I mean, it really comes down to the balance of your race car. Normally on the long run, once it starts laying rubber down, it tightens up as the runs go. But in the past, it's going to change a little bit. So I mean, this is with the Stars deal. Now everything's at 4 barrels. Personally, I like the 4 barrel. I think it's smoother on the bigger tracks. I don't think it's really going to change the racing style for a lot of us. Difference between Stars and Midwest Tour is normally caution laps were counted in years past, and now it's just all green flag. So you're going to have more laps under actual racing competition, but it used to be a 6-tire show, and now it's an 8-tire show. So you got a little bit more rubber to work with and also more laps. So at the end of the day, I think it'll even out.
And 18.998 is 8th quick. You go at 19.015. 1,000th of a second. Holy cow. This is a tight field, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tight. We really flogged on the car all day. We struggled off the truck. Normally when we unload out of the box, we're pretty good here. And I'm sure as Bubba knows, you go back to a racetrack a second time, and it's like you've never even seen the place before. And that's honestly how we felt today. We were down on the charts, 14th or 15th, and kept working on it all day, and felt like we found a little bit in that last practice session, and didn't qualify as good as what we hoped, but I think we got a good race car for 250 laps.
See how quick he was with that math?
I know.
Yeah. He's smart.
Yeah. A lot smarter than I am.
Oh, well. Well, good luck tonight with both of you guys. Appreciate you spending a couple minutes here with us. Justin Mondyke, Bubba Pollard, good luck.
I appreciate it.
All right. Go get him tonight.
Thanks, Dean.
Bubba Pollard, Justin Mondai, a couple of drivers that will be in action tonight here at Wisconsin International Raceway. If you can't make it and you're watching us, again, you can go to midwesttour.tv, and catch all the action. Our Jim Trado is going to be on the call for the stream along with Ralph Shaheen. That's why I'm sitting here tonight filling in for Jim. Let's take a quick break. We will come back. You're watching the Racing Roundup Show, a road show, the DeAngelis Construction Road Show. You're watching the Racing Roundup Show. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about short track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment is a fully equipped parts, sales, and service dealer of quality mowers, snow throws, trimmers, chainsaws, and more. Olson services what they sell, does warranty service work on big box store mowers, and their expert service technicians are ready to get your equipment running right. Put their stock parts department and friendly, knowledgeable staff to work for you. Visit the racers at Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment today at 14323 West College Avenue, just 1 mile east of Moreland Road in Muskego. Olson'sPower.com. Olson's Power Equipment.
Automatic Transmission Design is located in Germantown, Wisconsin. They've been hard at work the last 15 years in perfecting the best performance racing transmissions and converters. The folks at ATD have made it possible to offer the best quality and most affordably priced winning components for off-road, drag racing, truck pulling, and circle track applications. ATD may not be the biggest or most famous company in the marketplace, but they have the will and put in that extra effort to provide you with the best products available. ATD's certified technicians go through a comprehensive quality checklist on every transmission and converter they build. Then it's tested on their in-house dyno. Only then is the product ready for shipment to the customer. ATD takes these steps to provide you with the best quality products every time. They are 100% guaranteed. Their no returns policy makes sure it's right the first time. The next time you need a performance transmission or converter, give Charlie a call at 262-251-7777 or visit autotransdesign.com.
Greenfield Gallery wants to buy your racing collection. Do you have die-cast cars from IndyCar, Sprint Car, or short tracks? Greenfield Gallery wants them. If you have old racing programs, racing photos, and negatives, Greenfield Gallery wants those too. Contact Ralph Hibbert Jr. at Greenfield Gallery, who wants to buy your racing collection. Ralph also has an ever-changing eBay store full of racing collectibles. Search Greenfield Gallery. Email Ralph right now to get connected. His email address is ralph@greenfieldgallery.net.
427-1000 American Foundation. Cracks and leaks in your basement, have no fears. We've been fixing those things for over 60 years. Trust and dedication, that's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000 American Foundation.
When we decided to get our crack-leaky basement done, I am so glad we called American Foundation. It gave us a sense of confidence, and it gave us our basement back.
And it was the right choice.
Thank you very much. American Foundation Specialist has been fixing basements since 1947. Satisfied customers are the future at American. Call American for huge savings at
427-1000 American Foundation.
The Racing Roundup Show is America's longest-running weekly motorsports show held in front of a live audience. Once again, here is the trackside voice of the Daytona 500. You see him on MAV TV's coverage of the Lucas Oil Chili Bowl, the ASA Stars National Tour, and the 500 Sprint Car Tour. The host of our show, Jim Trado.
Dean Strom filling in for Jim Trado at Front Gate, Wisconsin International Raceway in Kaukauna, Wisconsin for the Gandrud Auto Group 250 for the ASA Stars, ASA Midwest Tour, Midwest Truck Series event. Say, if you're looking to sell or buy a home or commercial property, choose Matt Rupina, Coldwell Banker, Home Sale Realtor. List and buy with confidence. Hire a realtor that has the knowledge and expertise to get your deal done. Not all realtors are the same. Choose Coldwell Banker, Home Sale Realty, and list it with Matt Rupina. Knowledge is power. Hire knowledge. Visit mattrupina.com. That's mattrupina.com. I want to thank our friends over at Lake Park Pub in Menasha. Lake Park Pub in Menasha has 17 TVs to catch all your favorite races and sports while you enjoy great food and drink specials. Monday, Chef's Choice with daily food specials. Tuesday, all-you-can-eat pasta and buy one, get one half off deluxe sandwiches. Wednesday, half or whole burritos plus haddock and smelt specials. Smelt special on a Wednesday. I love it. Thursday, all day features their Chester Fried Chicken Dinner. Lake Park's 7-hour happy hour. Fellas, did you hear that? It's a 7-hour happy hour. They have a 7-hour happy hour at Lake Park Pub from 11 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Lake Park Pub on Lake Park Road in Menasha. Great food, cold drinks, and a whole lot more. Visit lakeparkpub.com for more information. Yes, it is the Interstate Batteries report, NASCAR report. Time for the Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin NASCAR report. Interstate Batteries are the number one replacement battery in North America. Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin has a battery for every need. Interstate is a founding sponsor of Joe Gibbs Racing. Visit interstatebatteries.com to find a dealer near you. This report also brought to you by NASCAR's return to the Milwaukee Mile. Tickets are now available for the racing doubleheader on Sunday, August 27th, which starts with Luke Fenhaus competing in the Sprecher 150 ARCA Menard Series race, followed by Ty Majeski leading the other playoff contenders in the Clean Harbors 175 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. You can visit MilwaukeeMileRacing.com for more information. Huge Wisconsin proud moments over the weekend. Hello, Mark Gundrum. How are you? All right. Ty Majeski's on the pole. All right. Just got the word right here. You heard it here first. Unless you're here. Ty Majeski in the redraw drew the pole position, so Ty will be starting from the front row. Sam Mayer in our Wisconsin Proud Moment number 1 wins the Road America 180 NASCAR Xfinity Series race at his home track. Last week's guest, Josh Bilicki, finishes a career-best 8th at Road America in the Xfinity Series race. And Ty Majeski, who we just heard from, he won the Richmond pole, won the first 2 stages, and settled for a runner-up spot. But the playoffs, the Truck Series playoffs, are next for Ty right after he gets done here, starting from the pole position. You want to come in and talk? We can come in and talk. Come on in, Mark Gundrum. I'll let you put a headset on while I tell you about the NASCAR Cup Series race at Richmond Raceway. I was on the PA in the PA booth. Chris Buescher and his teammate Brad Keselowski combined to lead the most laps. Buescher now locked into the Cup Series playoffs with that win, 12th different winner of the season. This weekend, NASCAR Cup Series, Xfinity Series, and ARCA Menard Series head to the Irish Hills of Michigan to race on the big 2-mile oval. Mark Gundrum, welcome once again to the Racing Roundup Show. How are you?
I'm good, and back at WIR.
Back at WIR. This is kind of cool, isn't it?
It's like home.
Well, it's kind of close to home.
It is.
It's first Tuesday night in August. You got to love it. We used to call it the Dixieland 250. Now it's the Kindred Auto Group 250, and now it's the ASA Stars National Tour race.
Yeah, 1 of 10, and, these big races around the country, how lucky we've been to partner with most of these big shows. We brought 3 independent shows in, but the balance of them are tied to the Redbud 400, the
established
Dixieland
races,
250, the Winchester 400. So very cool to be a part of this event.
Very cool. We've got the ASA Stars National Tour races on Monday night on MAV. That's always fun to go back and rewatch them.
If you can't make it in person, fireworks.
Fireworks as part of the opening ceremonies.
A couple different streaming options, and then a delayed package on MAV for the folks with cable. Not a bad distribution package for our first year in business at all.
Yep. Talk about the first year of business, getting this thing up and off the ground. There's been this groundswell of support over the years for a national super late model tour. We've got it up and running. As you said, 10 races. I imagine work is already happening on year number 2.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we started last year in June, and we felt like we were behind getting it launched this first year, and learned a lot, but for sure already working on next year. Probably not a big jump in race numbers of schedule-wise. I'd say 10 to 12 is probably going to be the target. The TV deal is for 3 years with MAV.
Okay.
So that's in place. I mean, economics have put them on a delayed basis, if that makes sense, what I'm saying.
Yep.
It costs a lot more money to have them
to do live television. Yep.
Mav would like them to be live. But in the meantime, that will be a product of growth over the course of the years. If we can get to live next year, that'd be great. If we can't, we'll do the tape delayed thing and figure out the right streaming package that makes it easy for fans to follow all the ASA branded pavement late model series, the Southern Super Series, the CRA Super Series, and the Midwest Series. And then, of course, how the National Tour blends into that will play out here in the next couple months.
And I imagine that, like anything, there was some snafus along the way, but now we're working through year number 1. I imagine we're getting everybody on the same page and getting it blended and build and make it bigger and better.
There were some bumps in the road, and
like
sometimes
anything,
the road
though.
got pretty bumpy. I don't know that we really estimated the challenge of blending the rules package for the 3 series. You look at a super late model, it looks like a super late model.
Looks like a super late model.
Doesn't matter if you're Snowball Derby or the Dixieland 250, but at the end of the day, there are lots and lots and lots of little intricate rules package differences.
Procedures, differences.
Procedures on the racetrack, that's easier to overcome than the nut and bolt. And the biggest is the engine packages, the 2-barrel versus the 4-barrel, and then 10, 12, 15, 20 different engine combinations that are legal and allowed depending upon where you might be sitting today.
What color your eyes are, how you part your hair, all that, right?
But, it's interesting because 25 years ago when I worked for Wayne Erickson at Slinger, we had the same thing just here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Between Slinger and Kaukauna and Madison and Dells, 4 tracks right here in our state, we rarely could get those rules packaged to line up exactly. And if we did, it only lasted a year or two, and somebody decided that, they were getting the short end of the deal, so then they changed their tire supplier or their carburetor rule or something. So that's ebbed and flowed forever, as long as I've been in the business. And we see it here, but we think, we've really tried hard to blend these rules and let as many people come and race with us as we could based on what they had. But I think you'll see us come out with a set of rules next year.
Yeah.
And it could happen as early as the next National Tour race at Toledo in September, where we say, here's the deal.
Here's the rules.
And everybody will, have about 30 days to give us their opinion. And then probably by the Winchester 400, we hope we come out with printed rules. And then teams can decide if they want to come and chase the National Tour or if they're better off hanging closer to home. And Freddie Query has come on board as our competition director, and he's just an amazing wealth of knowledge. And he said, we're not that far off. And the guys from up here, when they want to come down and run the Derby, they change their car. Mm-hmm. And if they really want to do this and they want to run these 10 races, they'll figure out a way to make it happen. So that's our hope and goal. But people want a national tour. I think Bob Sargent brings the right platform, brings the right group of people together. And, certainly there are events like this that we'd love to have as a part of it forever going forward.
Yep. It's good to have you on board here. Mark and I have known each other for a long time. We have a running joke. Must be a big race.
Dean
Mark
Strom
Gundrum is here. This is a big deal. It's a big race.
Yeah.
A lot of people on the hill. Good crowd. Good field of cars. It's going to be a good night.
Last year I got to sit on the hill and drink beer and watch this race, and it was great. And now I'm back with a white shirt on. I'm still enjoying the heck out of it, and I like to be here. And I'm going to have a good seat up in race control.
All right.
But I don't think they'll let me have any beer.
We'll have to have one of those later.
Maybe later.
Mark Gundrum with the ASA Stars National Tour. Thanks for joining us.
Right on, buddy.
All right. Good
Thank
to
you,
see you,
Dean.
buddy. Yes. All right. Just a couple more things we got to tell you about. We got to get to here. We got to tell you about this portion of the show brought to you by BMRE Electric Carts and E-Bikes in Random Lake. Check out the new Icon e-bikes that go as far as 25 miles between charges and can go as fast as 25 miles an hour. Brad Miller, who's in action tonight here at Wisconsin International Raceway, is Wisconsin's only Icon dealer and has in-stock inventory and customizing options available right now. Visit their Facebook page, BMRE Electric Carts Company. We're going to take a quick break and then come right back here. We're at the front gates of Wisconsin International Raceway, the Gandrud Auto Group 250.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Contact us on our website, racingroundupshow.com. We'll be right back with more of the Upper Midwest and Wisconsin racing scene, NASCAR, and the world of motorsports.
Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 and Lincoln is a great place to watch NASCAR races, Packer games, Brewer games, and to meet up with your friends. Joey and Jim Lynch pride themselves on their friendly hospitality and welcome Racing Roundup listeners to stop in to watch all the races on their 14 TVs and flat screens. Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 and Lincoln has been a longtime supporter of racers, including National Road Racing Motorcycle Champion Dan Volansky. Relax around the big neighborhood bar with 2 pool tables and dartboards surrounded by TVs. Whether you're meeting up before the game, want to watch the races with race fans, or just want to grab a cold one, head to Danny Lynch's at the corner of Highway 100 Lincoln and West Dallas.
At Automatic Transmission Design, we know your vehicle is important to you. When your transmission needs servicing, take it to the best. ATD in Germantown, Wisconsin. ATD understands how important it is to get your vehicle fixed right the first time. When you take your vehicle to ATD, our ASE trained technicians will run diagnostic tests to pinpoint the exact problem and answer any questions you may have before repairs begin. ATD has been providing high-quality, honest repairs to customers for over 15 years. We service all makes and models using the best parts and equipment available. When you come to ATD, you will get an honest assessment of the problem, simple explanations, experienced technicians, competitive pricing, high-quality parts, and their 100% guarantee. Money is not the goal at ATD. It is the result of fixing the problem and returning the vehicle to you. That is their goal. The next time your vehicle needs quality transmission service, give Charlie a call at 262-251-7777 or visit autotransdesign.com.
Get your whole family involved in affordable, competitive kart racing at Millwright Raceway in Dousman, Wisconsin, home of the Badger Kart Club. Walk the pit area, talk to racers, and check out the action from the grandstands. There's a play area for the kids and great food at the concession stand. Spectator admission is free. Badger Kart Club points racers and National Touring Series race on the challenging paved road course most Sundays from April through September. Badger Kart Club is well established and well respected. There's 15 classes and over 100 drivers racing every week. From ages 5 to 75, kart racing offers competition for generations of racers of all ages. Bring the kids and check out kart racing for yourself at one of America's finest kart tracks. This is where Alan Kowicki, Danica Patrick, Sam Mayer, and Josh Palicki got their start. Millwright Raceway is just south of I-94 in Dousman, 35 miles west of Milwaukee, and 45 miles east of Madison. For all the latest information, directions, and race schedule, visit BadgerKartClub.com.
The Racing Roundup Show is dedicated to showcasing grassroots racers and national stars of our sport. If you're a fan of NASCAR, four-wheel, two-wheel, road racing, drag racing, or the short track scene, you are in the right place. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show.
Indeed, welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. Dean Strom filling in for Jim Trado. Winding things down here at the front gate at Wisconsin International Raceway, ASA Stars National Tour, ASA Midwest Tour, and a combination event, the Gander Auto Group 250, along with the Midwest Truck Series. Want to remind you, next Tuesday night, August 8th, 1 week from tonight, we are live 6 o'clock Central at the Cellar Pub and Grill in Oak Creek for our second Oak Creek Automotive Night. Second night of the season. Join our racers. Other racers, I should say, taking the car show on the grass next to the Cellar's spacious outdoor-indoor patio. If you've never been to the Cellar, we're out back. They have this beautiful patio area. It's got grass all around it. We've got a car show. We've got very spacious patio area, great food. It is awesome indeed, so come on out. That is next week, Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Central, Cellar Pub and Grill in Oak Creek. Address 812 West Oakwood Road in Oak Creek. Is also listed with a map link on the schedule page of our website, racingroundupshow.com. I want to thank our friends at Anderson's Maple Syrup. Anderson's Maple Syrup Racing team is proud supporters of Wisconsin racers Bill Balog and Jason Gross. You can try Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup in your coffee or tea or on vanilla ice cream. Take it with you with Pure Fuel Maple Energy on the go. I use that when I'm on the hand cycle. It is really good. Buy Anderson's Maple Syrup at your favorite grocer. Anderson'sMapleSyrup.com. Anderson's pure quality since 1928. Before we let you go, we want to introduce you one more time to Bill Holland and find out where Bill was this past week. Bill Holland goes in the groove on the Racing Roundup Show.
Hi, I'm Bill Holland in the groove at State Park Speedway. It's opening night of the Larry Deachens Memorial Weekend, the biggest event of the year here at State Park Speedway. On Friday night, the Big 8 late models headline the action. Current series point leader and former Big 8 champion John Reynolds Jr. among the favorites.
Legendary name in the sport with Midwest Racing. You know, he raced with Dick Trickle and Joe Shear. So anybody that did that and won like he did is somebody you look forward to or look up to. And you like racing the races that represent him.
It's another Rockford area driver, Randy Sargent in the 11, fastest in qualifying. He's ready for the 58-lap main event.
In theory, I'm supposed to save, but I don't ever save. I'm just 100% of what I got, I'm going to drive it.
Southeastern Wisconsin drivers Tyler Ramadka in the 3 and Jerry Miller in the 49 lead the field to green, and the Big 8 feature is off. Grant Brown in the 14 starting in the back after mechanical issues. Ramadka leads. Miller and John Reynolds Jr. battling, then Sargent up to 4th, and Grant Brown all the way up to 5th. John Reynolds, driver X, clears Miller's 49 car in the battle for 2nd. Sargent, Brown, and Jake Guiley in the 13 all in contention. Grant Brown is on the move, the Minnesota driver making his way past fast qualifier Randy Sargent. And trouble on the front stretch, 2 cars involved. Caution flies with 24 laps in, 34 to go. Coming to green, Ramadka leads with the X of Reynolds, Brown's 14. Sargent in the 11, all right there. Grant Brown has come through the field, and he'll make the high side work and make the pass for the lead. Brown was strong in last year's Big 8 race here, won by former series champion Casey Johnson. The 14 looks very good tonight. He's pulling away from the field. John Reynolds Jr. up to 2nd. He continues to lead Sargent in 3rd and Guiley in the 4th spot. Coming to the line, it's Grant Brown. He started in the back, made it to the front, and never looked back, taking the Big 8 58-lap main event.
It feels really good. We haven't even won a feature since 2018. We've just been plagued with sour motors and bad luck and just unlucky breaks. So to get this one is definitely a huge weight off our shoulders.
On Saturday, the Midwest Tour stars and cars roll into State Park Speedway, with series point leader Gabe Summers gunning for his 2nd Deachens Memorial title. Summers fastest in qualifying.
I've ran here really good in the past, and hopefully we can do it again tonight. It's always nice to run up front. One of the biggest races I've ever won was here, so it'd be cool to get another one.
Rock star Brock Heinrich leads the point standings here in weekly racing. A week ago, he wasn't even entered.
A lot of great sponsors of ours stepped up and some other awesome people to make sure that we were out on the track because they were going to be here and they wanted to watch us. And, of course, then we felt obligated. I obviously didn't want to sit it out to begin with.
4-time State Park champion Mark Mackesy owns 3 Deachens Memorial titles. Married to Larry Deachens' daughter, this race is like no other for the Wausau driver.
You know, being married to Margot, Larry's daughter for sure, and then Conrad, his only grandson. So yeah, for sure. It's then my dad going way back. His first car was painted by Larry in '65 or '66.
This night marks Luke Fenhouse return to State Park Speedway, a super late model champion here at 14. He's coming off his first win in the ARCA Menard Series and takes the checkers in our qualifying heat.
Good to be back at home and hopefully see a lot of familiar faces and excited to get back here with this 4 car. We finished 2nd last time we were racing, so hopefully going to one-up that one and hopefully do that tonight.
Over the past 3 seasons, no super late model driver in Wisconsin won more races than Justin Mondyke in the 44. The 3-time defending State Park Speedway champion will take the first fast qualifier heat and looks to win a 2nd Deachens Memorial title.
I feel like we got a good package today. We missed it in qualifying a little bit. I think we qualified 6th, but should be all right. We should hit the invert all right and hopefully have a good package for the race.
In our 2nd fast qualifier, it's the 02 of Race Hayes out front. His grandfather, Rick, raced with Larry Deachens. His father, Jesse, won the Memorial 25 years ago. Less than 2 weeks after crashing into and knocking down a backstretch light pole, Race Hayes is first to the checkers.
We wrecked a lot of stuff, but we got it back together, and it really wasn't as bad as we thought it was. So
I don't know. I don't let it bother me too much. Just move on and keep digging.
Minnesota's Brian Sierkeski and Wausau's M.G. Gajewski on the front row as the field comes to green for the first of 125 laps. Gajewski, a three-time State Park Speedway champion, but it's Sierkeski with the early lead in the 81 car. John Beal in the 5, on the move. Beal's a past winner in Wisconsin Challenge Series competition here. He makes his move to take the lead from BSK. John Beal out front. Justin Mondyke, the three-time defending State Park champion, inside Sierkeski. There's contact. Mondyke hits the infield. He'll save it, but the 44 will lose a ton of ground on the leaders. Mondyke, Barrett Polhemus in the 79, and the 4 of Luke Fenhouse, who had to start at the back because of a rules infraction. Up front, it's Beal. Brock Heinrich in the 52 second, and in his first Midwest Tour start, young Jevin Goralski in third. Fast qualifier Gabe Summers is on a charge, passing former Tundra Series champ Riley Stengham in the 77. Hard racing mid-pack. Levon Vandergeest in the 23. Sierkeski and Justin Mondyke side by side with Luke Fenhouse right behind. John Beal sets the pace. But watch the 15 car. Gabe Summers passed Heinrich to take over the second spot. Beal leads. Summers is there. The leaders coming up on the 02 of Race Hayes. And the 02 goes around. After 117 laps of green flag racing, the caution flies with 8 to go. It's a single file restart. Beal, Summers, Heinrich leading the field to the green. No lap traffic for the leaders to deal with. Beal's led most of the way. Summers has come through the field. Does he have enough to get past the leader? These two have battled in the past. Summers gets to Beal's bumper, coming out of 2, and the 5 spins on the backstretch. Caution is out. Both Beal and Summers will go to the back with 4 laps to go. We restart with Brock Heinrich, Jevin Goralski, and Levon Vandergeest up front. Heinrich and Goralski, State Park regulars. Luke Fenhouse up to 4. Up front, Brock Heinrich has never won a Midwest Tour race, but his 11th hour decision to enter this one just paid off. The Brock Star wins the ASA Midwest Tour Larry Deachin's 125 ahead of Jevin Goralski and Levon Vandergeest.
Well, that was incredible. I can't believe it. I'm still besides myself. I don't know exactly how it happened. I know those guys are racing out front really hard. I didn't have enough for them. But we were in position and we made it work. So that's all that matters. Sometimes you're the bat, sometimes you're the ball, and sometimes you're the catcher. Well, this time I was the catcher. So everything worked out.
No question, this is the biggest win of Brock Heinrich's super late model career. Remarkable when you consider as recently as 6 days ago he wasn't planning on racing in the Deachin's Memorial. Good thing he changed his mind. I'm Bill Holland. Thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone who makes this program possible. We'll see you next time we go in the groove on the Racing Roundup Show.
Thank you to Bill Holland for that report. Bill does some great work up at the State Park Speedway there. Excellent report indeed. Hey, as I said, we are at the front gate, Wisconsin International Raceway here in Kaukauna, the Gander Auto Group 250 for the ASA Stars National Tour Race, combination race with the ASA Midwest Tour and Midwest Truck Series. Huge thanks to Greg and Angie McCarns for their generosity in allowing us to hold this show at the front gate of one of the biggest Wisconsin racing events of the year, once again, this year. Special thanks also to DeAngelis Construction, Lake Park Pub in Menasha for their awesome support of the show this afternoon. DeAngelis Construction, just a great supporter of auto racing. You need some pavement work done, or I should say some concrete work done. DeAngelis Construction is your folks. And if you need a 7-hour happy hour, Lake Park Pub in Menasha is your place to go. Tonight, you can catch all the action of on-track action of the ASA Stars National Tour at MidwestTour.tv. If you're watching now, it's not too late. Hop on over, MidwestTour.tv. MidwestTour.tv. Jim Trado and Ralph Shaheen will have the call. Almost forgot to mention, I should say, IMSA this weekend at Road America, one of Road America's biggest events. It's the IMSA WeatherTech Challenge. It is a huge endurance event, huge event, so much fun, so popular. That's this weekend. Weather's going to be great. IMSA this weekend at Road America. Next week, Tuesday night, August 8th, we are headed to Oak Creek Automotive Night Round 2 at the Cellar Pub and Grill, 812 West Oakwood Road in Oak Creek. It is going to be a great time. It's kind of a built-in car show. Great patio, great food, great drinks. We are there again next week, Tuesday night, 6 o'clock Central. Tuesday night, August 15th, in 2 weeks, we are live. Team Bonafide Night at Danny Lynch's, Highway 100 and Lincoln in West Dallas. You can check out our schedule at your convenience on our website, racingroundupshow.com. If you like what we do, please like our show on Facebook, follow along, interact with us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. If you want to advertise with us, or if you are a racer that wants to be a guest on the show, again, contact us on our website, racingroundupshow.com. Support our show sponsors. Let them have a shot at earning your business. We would greatly appreciate it. You can see and learn more about them on our website. Just click on our logos. Big thanks to our crew, Dave Schmelzer, Matt Rapina. They are on the road with us here, this DeAngelo's Construction Roadshow, as is Mark Goodwin, as is Goodman, as is Bruce Blodgett, Greg Lapine, Sam Trado, Sherry Prague helping remotely. It's been a great show. You've got a couple of more weeks to check us out on the road. Again, Oak Creek, the Cellar next week, Danny Lynch's in 2 weeks. For Jim Trado, I am Dean Strom, reminding you to support your local racetrack, set your DVRs, and have at it, racers.
We hope you enjoyed our show. Like our show on Facebook and share our show with your friends. Follow and interact with us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. To listen and watch our shows on demand, visit our website, racingroundupshow.com. We are delivering fresh content every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. Until next time, race fans, this is Dean Strom reminding you to support your local racetracks. Set your DVRs. Have at it, racers.